Hi and welcome along to our live starting 11. We are going to be looking at the team that is going to be facing their biggest test of the season so far. Liverpool at Anfield. They have not lost there since 2017. This is a massive game for Arsenal going to Anfield. We all know, everybody sitting in this room has been at the games over the previous years. And it's been one of those places we dread going to because you go up there and we get slapped. Who can forget the 5-1s? Last season again, we got destroyed up there. We're all hoping that Arsenal are going to go and put in a much better performance. And we got there with a little bit of confidence because last couple of games, beat them at our place. Community Shield, all right, I know it was penalties, but we beat them in that game. So it's reason to be a little bit optimistic, but it is Fortress Anfield and it's going to be a really, really difficult game. DT, how are you feeling about this, man? This is it. This is the big test.
See how far we progressed tonight. To be fair, I sat and said this in shows that we've been doing in recent weeks leading up to this game, that if ultimately we lose tonight, but we put in an actual top draw performance where you can say, you know what, we were unlucky tonight and you can see the progression, then you'll probably take it. I don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose. I'll take a draw now. I think anyone would go into a place with the record that Liverpool have, but I just want us to actually go to Anfield and put in a performance that I can be proud of and not be humiliated. And ultimately, like I'm trying to explain, it's just that if we do lose, I want it to be...
Go down fighting.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird. There's no such thing as a good loss, but you get what I'm trying to say. I just don't want us to be humiliated because it won't feel like anything's changed. Do you know what I mean?
Troops.
Yo.
Confident? Or was that Henny I saw you drinking earlier to take your mind off of what could be coming?
I drink Henny anyway, but you know my thing. But yeah, man, it's a sticky one, you get me? I don't know about win blood. I think we can get a draw. I think that'd be the best result. You get me?
There's been talk, actually it's going to be interesting to see the Liverpool team today as well, because there's been talk that Alisson could be out. There's been talk that Thiago could be out, but we've heard this all before, ain't we? How many times have we got the game, major doubt, and then even players that were out for 6 months of play?
Yeah, I don't believe all that. Look, it's the first time for a long while I'm not so optimistic about the result, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I've been going up there the last few years thinking it's just about keeping the score down, making us respectable, which unfortunately hasn't happened in the last few games. So, but this one here, I feel we've got a chance. I'm not saying that we're going to win it, but I feel we've got a chance. If we defend really well, we can hit them on the break, a little bit like what Leicester did yesterday. I feel that if we can defend, frustrate them, that maybe forcing them to do things they don't want to do, if we can keep it tight, and exploit their, when they're pushing forward. So, I think we've got a chance.
Looks like it's a bit of a wet night up there in Anfield. They just showed the...
that's us gone then, Ty, isn't it? That's done.
Yeah, Ty. Are we done? It's raining. We think we've got no chance, have we?
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to say, you've set me up 3 times. First of all, I'll go to the troops. Blaming on alcohol, that's one. And the second one is, heard it all before, Sunshine Anderson. And the third one, Lee, can you stand the rain, new edition? Thank you. Anyway, so...
Dear Lord.
Somebody please tell me what he's going on about.
I'm going on about songs.
Right, now what's that got to do with the game? Can you tell us what? What do you think's going to happen tonight?
What the hell has Sunshine Anderson got to do with the game?
Because he said, heard it all before.
What have you heard before? No. What have you heard all before?
Well, the thing is, listen, with regards to the game, the last time we won, can anyone remember? You got one scorer. Who scored? Who scored?
That was a long time ago.
2012.
2012 goal scorers?
Van Persie.
He's wrong.
Was it 2012?
Yeah. What? Robbie got one, right?
I thought it was Van Persie.
Van Persie.
No, it was not Robbie.
No, 2012.
No,
it was Santi and Podolski.
Both of the first goals. Podolski's one was crossed over, lost it thing. Santi did a 1-2 thing, left foot, bang.
Was that not before?
No, the season before that was Van Persie, last minute volley, bang.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, blue, weren't we?
Yeah, that was blue. The
Yeah,
season
yeah,
we beat them was blue again. But
Well, we've been fed false
That was
information,
second
yeah,
game of the
false
season.
information.
Yeah, listen, I've got a super. I've got a super chat. One second, I've got a super chat.
Remember Florian's wearing a purple
We drew at home and then we drew to Stoke 0-0.
like the
Purple, blue, striped black.
Yeah.
And then we played United and we lost 2-1. That little pussy I scored in the first minute. How to get that in?
Listen, I've got a super chat here, right? And it says, "What do you guys think about?" This is from Anmol. It says, "What do you guys think about Leicester's win?" And on that Leicester's win thing, it was a great win by Leicester. Does that again? Do you look at that and think to yourself, Leicester yesterday, nobody expected them to go to Man City and turn them over, and they did. Does that give you a feeling that, there's been a lot of, because there has been a lot of very strange results this week. I mean, West Brom,
Yeah, but City had
West
Czech
Brom were winning 3-0 against
And they
Chelsea.
should have won.
Yeah, but City had Czech as a centre back. You see Czech playing yesterday for City, blood. Did you see my man play centre back yesterday for City?
He's on about Garcia.
You understand? They got Czech as centre back, blood. What like, come on, blood. You understand? You're already giving them a 2-goal lead already, blood. You get me? You understand? You already know what Czech's on, blood.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? There was some strange results over the
Nah,
weekend.
they were.
There were some strange results.
So does that give us hope?
Yeah, it does. But then we're gonna have to be really
And
lucky.
Liverpool are better than these teams, blood. Their defense
Absolutely.
is. You understand? Their defense. Let's be real though. Their team has been shaky, blood.
And
You understand? Their team has been.
Listen, remember the
understand?
game. Remember the game against Leeds. The first game. I know it's the first game of the season.
Yes.
But Leeds,
Yeah,
time and
yeah, I
time
talked about
again.
Leeds.
Leeds, time and time again, got in behind.
But we
Is
won.
that the tactic tonight, Lee?
Yeah,
Getting in behind.
Getting in
That's what
behind.
we did. That's what we did as well when we played them.
100%. Their two fullbacks are going to bomb right on, which is what they do, and it's up to who's ever wide. Obviously, Aubameyang is going to be one of them. If it's Willian, that's where we've got to exploit him. We've got to, get the ball quickly, break it down, long pass diagonal. That's where I think Xhaka's going to be very, very important today because he's the one that can ping those balls, and we've got to get onto them, and then we've got to be ruthless when we're in front of goal.
Review Horse on the super chat says, "Will Laka or Eddie start, lads?" DT, it's got to be Laka.
Lacazette all day long.
It's got to be Lacazette. He scored 2 goals in the last couple, even though Eddie scored as well. But
Yeah,
I'd go with Laka.
look, I think the team lineup should pretty much take care of itself. I think the only question is in centre midfield because
Do you play El Neni or
I'd-
Ceballos?
I'd go with El Neni for this.
You go with El Neni?
Yeah, I would.
You
just
go
because
Ceballos.
I'll go Danny. Yeah.
because
you go, Troops?
he's more defensive. I'll go
You go
with,
Ceballos as well.
You got to remember El Neni played against this Liverpool midfield in Bartiago, didn't if he starts or not, in a Community Shield, and he was
Yeah.
excellent.
He did.
What
I
about
just
you,
think
Lee?
his energy.
Do you know what? I'm going to be honest here. I'm a big, obviously, Danny Ceballos fan, but if El Nini's in, I ain't got a problem with either
true.
one that goes in. I'm not.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely. Fantastic.
it's whoever goes in.
Absolutely.
Will do it. Absolutely. So I haven't really got a problem. Who's there, I can see why the reasons to play El Nini, and I can see the reasons to play Ceballos.
Oh, man.
Own goal.
Villa just scored
3-0
another goal.
Mings.
That's 3-0.
When I say own goal,
3-0. Mings.
man like Tyrone.
3-0. Just Big Josh says, big up all of the man. I don't know if I can watch because I'm at college.
I big up
I'm
Josh,
hoping
my
for
brother.
at least a draw
Yes.
out of this one.
He was on my live earlier, blood. That's my jig up.
Big
Big
up
up
Josh.
your damn self.
Yeah,
blood.
big up Josh.
Back again, you understand?
Oh,
What
we'll
else
see
on
that
Saturday?
again.
He's off though, blood.
That looks
Remember,
off.
he's a tall brother as well. You got to hold the line, team.
They've got to show that again properly.
Hamid
with
Said
VAR.
says we should play Mo and Xhaka. So that's the other one actually. Do you play Saka in this game?
I play Ainsley.
He's been
The
playing
game's
so
so
well.
fit, isn't it?
He has been
Saka's
playing
been playing well. Do
He
you
has
play?
been playing well.
You
He has been
play?
playing well.
Who did you play? Ainsley?
Ainsley
But
out there
I
today,
probably,
couldn't
I
he?
probably agree with Troops. Probably play Ainsley because Ainsley's got more experience. Bukayo's got experience here of playing at Anfield, but Ainsley has.
Ainsley scored 2 goals at Anfield.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holding or Louise? Says this guy. Sabu. Holding or Louise?
David,
Louise.
because of
Well,
experience.
I mean, what's your? I want to ask all of you. You're free at the back. DT, who's your free?
Louise, Holding, and Gabriel. And they never even checked VAR. What the hell?
No, he was on.
What about you? You're free.
Yeah, I'm with that. Same
I know, but
thing.
normally we still
Okay,
have
not
to check.
10.
No, they showed that.
Because it
No,
suggests
I
you
think
got
if
10.
Tierney plays, he's got to play as the wing back today.
Yeah.
So then, if you
Yeah.
play 10 as a wing back, then where do you play Ainsley?
You don't?
Or either right side or on the bench. It was that.
Yeah, I don't think that his performance on Tuesday covered him in glory at all.
He played on the
Okay.
right.
I know.
Jason
and the
Wu-
only place
Put
he
him on
would
the
play
left.
would be the right today.
Jason Wood with the
Because
super
he's not
chat.
gonna
He
get ahead of
says,
Jamie on that
I
left.
put Timmy as centre back.
Jason
Nah,
Wood
'cause
says,
then you lose Gabriel.
what about this one? Jason
Okay,
Wood saying Pepe
Yeah.
or Willian?
I play Gabriel.
Ooh.
No,
Good
not
question.
head
I'm going with
team.
William.
No, I'm playing Timmy
Willian?
as well.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah, both are left-footed.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
You
playing
lose-
Gabriel
yeah,
on
but
the
it'll be
right.
unbalanced.
I know. But
Yeah, man, you
when
can't have
get-
unbalance,
when you get the
man.
ball from there, you just go that way.
Nah, get out of here, man.
You go, nah, blood. For me, Gabriel play, man. We're playing.
No,
all this
you
ball,
can't
blood.
unbalance it. It's very obvious that
Play all
Mikel
of them.
Arteta wants balance, and that's why he's got right-footed
I'm scared
centre
of
backs,
this-
left-footed centre backs.
This Liverpool game has me. You understand? I want the best centre backs. For me, Gabriel's one of the best.
He is.
He's got to play, blood.
But
Okay, what about this one, right? Jason Yu says Pepe or Willian?
Pepe all day. I've been saying it. I know Willian is but for me, Pepe, you know, he will drive at them, blood. You understand? He will drive.
Willian will as well.
Yeah, but he won't drive like Pepe, blood. Pepe will have these man on rolls, blood. If Pepe is on it, how he was on it in the FA Cup final, blood, he will body these man. You forget how well he did in his debut against them. He was unlucky to score. He done Van Dijk, he done Robertson within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You understand? They'll have that in the back of their mind, like, yo, this guy can do me, you know. Do I go? Do I stay?
Willian always does a good game against
Liverpool.
when he was at Chelsea. He always played well.
See, I've been a little bit under.
For me, Pep, blood, you got to go
I've
with
been
the front
underwhelmed.
three, blood. Pepe, Abalaka, you got to go with the front three.
This season so far, I've been underwhelmed with Pepe. I
Has
felt,
he really
I felt
played
the
though?
second half he done really well against Leicester. Because the first half he was dreadful, but the second half he really started to look more like he did towards the latter of last season. But is that 45 minutes enough to get the start in a game like this ahead of Willian? I don't think it will be.
Okay, we're going to find out in 2 minutes' time. Carl Woodley says, so 3-1 Liverpool, much love to the crew. This is what he's saying.
3-1 to us.
DT, you're ruining Chelsea fans' lives. It was popcorn worthy. I heard that you was onto the Chelsea fans.
Yep.
Let's hope they're not onto us tonight.
Rattled.
Light work.
Big Joe says, because I was born
Rattled.
in July
Yeah.
2004, I haven't experienced what it's like to win the Premier League. But Arteta, I feel we're going to get there in a few years' time. Doc Diablo says, DT, the thing about Eddie and Pepe and the Pepe goal is true. He did it to Martinelli during the US tour and to Aubameyang this season too. He needs to calm down. That was where you were saying that you thought he was moaning because it wasn't squared across to him. TD Shift says, I want to give a big, huge shout out to AFTV. Love from Sydney, Australia. It's 4 a.m. in the morning here.
Wow.
He says, right? He says, troops, this is what you're going to have to do when you go to
Nah,
America.
it's not that bad. for me.
Just saying, but I still love you, though.
These are mad.
Big up DT, huge fan.
I'm only 5
of
hours.
You and DTFC.
I'm only
Right.
5 hours behind. So like tonight would be fine.
Shut
like,
up.
So what? If I
Shut
was
up.
there now,
Who about who?
It'd be
Wanna
3 o'clock
slap
kickoff
shot?
for me.
Behave yourself.
You understand? Which is fine. A 3 o'clock kickoff for me would be at what?
The only ones
Would be at 10 in the morning.
12:30 ones.
12:30 they'll kill it. That's
Yeah,
7 in the
okay.
morning.
Boy, you up that early?
12:30. It'll be Saturday, so I'll be out the night
BA,
before. Blood.
man.
So it's cat. I'll be out the night before.
I know when
I'll just stay up.
we've had to do early morning games. I'm like, Robbie, what time are you getting to the stadium? And he's like, boy, I have to go and pick troops up from
Yeah,
the
but we're
yard
still
at
on
6
time.
a.m. Do you remember what was that game? What was that game when you
Newcastle.
did it? When you didn't turn up and then you phoned like a little bit later and said, yeah, I didn't make it today, boys, because you didn't get to the train station where Robbie was meant to meet you. There was a game. Who was we playing? It was away, and you didn't. Do you remember?
Blackpool.
Was it? Blackpool. Yeah.
Blackpool.
Yeah. And I remember saying, "Where's troops?" And you was like, "Don't say nothing."
But I rang him and said to him, yo, I'm not coming.
Right, the team is
Yeah, we
out.
leave it there.
Right, hold it.
Somebody
The
left
team is out. This is the team
He loves
to
it. He's like
face.
Father Christmas.
I know. He's like, this is the team! I'm gonna get your fucking speakerphone when I come back from fucking
Shut
New York,
up
blood.
and
You
listen.
understand?
Right, here's the team.
Speakerphone,
In
blood.
goal, Leno.
Oh no, Martinez.
Fuck you, yeah?
Martin's over there.
Funny.
He just made a great save, by the way,
He's
Martin.
just keeping the clean sheet in front of him.
That worked.
Oh, what?
Leno
Anyway,
did well.
let's stay on point. In goal, Leno.
Yes.
Rob Holding.
Yes.
David Luiz.
Yes.
Kieran Tierney.
And Gabriel.
Bellerin.
Oh.
El Neni.
What?
Xhaka. Maitland-Niles.
Come on!
Wow.
Willian.
Oh.
Lacazette.
Like a black clot, eh?
And Aubameyang.
I'm a black clot, yeah?
Right, and then on the bench
Gabriel
is
left
on the bench is Runason, Gabriel,
Oh.
Kolasinac,
What's Gabriel on the
Ceballos,
bench?
Saka, Pepe,
Ceballos on the bench.
and Nketiah. So no Gabriel in the starting lineup.
Why?
I'm shocked at that.
He's gone with It's what you're saying, isn't it? You're talking about they're all left footers, aren't they? You've got Tierney left footer,
And
Gabriel left footer, Louise left
footer.
Yeah, so it's what you're saying about the balance, isn't it?
But then Gabriel's been one of our best players in the last 2
did
years.
play
Yeah, that is strange.
He did play 2 in the 3. He played 2 in the 3 at fucking
Same,
Fulham. But he
same
had
back
Gabriel in
five
the
that played in the
No, but
community.
he had no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
He had no
Yeah,
choice
that's true.
because Louise was injured.
Yeah,
It's not a silly thing.
Socrates,
Mustafi.
all of them were out. He literally had no
Yeah.
choice.
Okay,
but
let
to
me
go
let
with
me
that.
let me give you the Liverpool. Let me give you the Liverpool team.
Gabriel's not best player.
Hold on,
No, 2 games.
One second. The Liverpool team. What the fuck? No surprises. Alisson
Alisson
has overcome his injury and he's in goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Naby Keita, Mane, Salah, and Firmino. So there is no Thiago.
Is he on the bench?
Thiago is not even on the bench. No.
Oh, so Thiago's out.
Thiago's out.
Henderson on the bench.
Henderson's not on the bench either.
Henderson on the bench
Henderson's
either.
out. Alan Henderson's out.
Alright, we got a little chance, man, there. You alright? We got a little. Watch me get mean now, blood.
That is
We
still
got
a
two-
decent.
Yeah,
We got a little chance, man.
You got a little chance, man, yeah.
It's like a few.
Oh! Did you see that? Oh, Emi Martinez, what an
Let
error!
me finish, man.
Wait.
Let me land.
I'll go on,
And then
do
it's like a few hours later, and man's just there, like. Do you understand?
So no Thiago, no Thiago Alcantara.
Don't care, he
he's out.
plays for Aston Villa, don't care.
Alcantara's out. So what do you guys think? That's the standard Liverpool team, really.
Oh dear.
Isn't it?
No.
No, he's on it.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Well, that's a bad error by Emi Martinez.
Emi.
But that's the standard.
Oh!
Yeah, it's not a mistake he's made.
Oh!
It would be.
That's the
I thought
first
it would
mistake
be.
he's made.
Yeah.
I've got a little flat. Do you reckon something could be wrong with Gabriel? Because he didn't play on the...
Wind me up about Len all the time.
But that- Yeah, but that's a Carabao Cup, isn't it?
What, so left him out there and then...
That's the
down
Carabao
to
Cup.
play
Yeah.
It's a strange one, that.
I think, as I said, I think it's because all the left footers.
He's
are
on
there.
side. Look at
Because you've
the
got David
Tyrone Mings,
Luiz.
his big left foot.
You've got David Luiz, and there's too many
Yeah,
left
Jack
footers.
Gabriel and Tierney
That's
are playing.
miles on
What he's
side.
done is he's gone with a team that played at the...
Oh, he's going over.
Community Shield. That's the team he's gone with.
Yeah.
It frustrated him, so he's gone with it again. So that's fair enough.
Yeah. So that's the team.
No one's
Let me run through it again. Leno, Holding, David Luiz, Kieran Tierney, Bellerin, El Neni, and
Yeah, it's a foul. Look, he's on side, but he fouled him. Look, look at Mitrovic. He calls him there. The guy's on side, bro.
See, Martinez knew that.
He saw that. That's why he was confused when the shot came in, because he was like, what? But the flag's supposed to be up, man. What's going on here?
just on a couple of super chats here. Thailand says, City fan here. Don't get me started on yesterday, but I'm a big fan of AFTV. You guys got a great one in Arteta. Would be huge if you lads pulled off a miracle win. That's what it essentially would be. He's saying.
I don't know if it's a miracle.
Nobody's expecting us to win, really, are they?
Of course not.
Especially now that those teams have come out. But I think, I think that's a decent enough lineup from Arsenal. I kind of had a feeling that El Neni would be in that midfield.
Yeah.
I really did think he'd be in that midfield.
Yeah.
He must think that tells me that El Neni's going to be with us now. So
Yeah.
He ain't going to sell
If he started this game, this
Should be a game.
you understand?
Yeah.
You know, say he's in his plans for the season.
Yeah, he's in his plans now. He's played
Doc-
his way into the plans.
Doc Diablo says if Saliba, remember Saliba's not even in the squad here, he says if Saliba doesn't play against Sheffield, he may have to wait all till when we play Villa.
He might play
In
Liverpool.
games.
He might
Yeah,
play
I think-
Liverpool
yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think he's trying to ease. He's trying to ease.
him in, yeah.
Why isn't
Saliba
he?
in.
So what about Gabriel though? He's just threw him in.
Yeah,
But now
that's
he's
the
pulled him
strange
up tonight.
Vishnu says, hello from India, Rob. He goes, a fan of DT and the Lee Judges. Looking in the chat, clear that people still love Ozil more than any other player barring Aubameyang. Thoughts, there were a lot of people calling for Ozil, but there's no way Ozil was going to be starting in this game. So this is not a game for Ozil
Is
either.
that right? He didn't even have his squad number on, did he? Or when he was training
He
the
had
other
number
day?
9.
He had number 9. What's all that about?
Go. Oh, you missed it.
So, you know, I think that Ozil's days are gone, you know what I mean? I think Ozil and Guendouzi are gone. You've got to understand that now. Let it go, as they say in Frozen. Let it go.
Yeah.
So he leaves doing it. He released doing it.
Well, you know what? On that note, we're going to end the stream, right? So that's it. Those are the starting 11s. We're going to be back at about 7:45 for the live watch along. We're going to be watching along to the game. It's the big one tonight. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield. All of the talking is over. The big gun is about to come down, and come on, let's hope we can get a win.